Hey everybody, it's Allie, and this is my Young and the Restless audio blog for Sunday, December 12th. Yes, you may have noticed that my lips are not moving. um, and that's because I just feel kind of crappy today. It was like 50 degrees earlier in the week, and then all of a sudden it turned off really cold and windy, and honestly, I just want to sit in bed with a cup of hot tea and talk about YNR today. It'll probably be a short one, and my thoughts are a little bit scattered, but it's easier this way, and at least then we get to talk about the show still, so here we go. The first thing I have to say is that the Restless style cover hit the stands, and I thought it was great. I love the cover. The illustration on the front was awesome. Adam holding a knife, trying to cut Sharon loose from a railroad track as the train is speeding her way. It was kind of strange, though. It almost painted, it almost painted Adam in a positive light, or the whole thing in a positive light. But I guess, the point is that it depends on how you look at it. You could really look at it either way. Is Adam going to stab her? Or is he going to cut her free, So it actually was another good duality with this storyline. It was really cool, and more importantly, I loved all of the drama that it caused. First of all, I'll just say that Jack got in a really good punch on Adam. I thought it felt good. Adam spun around and ended up with his, whole body in a can of peanuts on the bar at Jimmy's, and it was really good. I think it was a strange fight. I mean, Adam's sitting there telling Nick that he's not going to let Nick do anything to keep Sharon from her baby, when that's exactly what Adam did. I mean, he totally kept Sharon from her baby for months. I'm trying to balance myself between my desire for Adam and Sharon and my knowledge that Adam is, and has been in the past, a really bad guy, and that he's certainly capable of becoming a bad guy again. And in a way, when he was in jail, I saw a little bit of a glimpse of that as Sharon was getting ready to bail him out. There was just something in the way he was like talking to the guards, like, I'm not gonna be here for very long, you can have my Jell-O tonight. There was just something about his attitude that I thought, yeah, I wonder if he is using Sharon. So you have to be careful where Adam is concerned, but it helps. I mean, from my perspective, it helps me to understand what Sharon is going through, because Adam is such a compelling character. And I'll also say this: no one can ever say that YNR is not capable of turning around a character if they want to, because I would never have expected a year ago to feel passionately about Adam, and I do. So, I mean, really, there is no excuse. If they can turn that character around after all of the despicable things that he's done, there's no way that they couldn't turn anybody around. So, anyway, the Restless style cover is out, and all of this drama is happening, not only with Adam getting punched in the face, but Phyllis and Sharon had their fight, which I loved. I thought I just feel like we're seeing a whole new Sharon. Sharon, decided, you know what, I'm just going to confront Phyllis. I am over this. I have to stand up for myself. I'm not just going to go, cower away and let her do this to me. So she stood up for herself and ended up knocking Phyllis right into the chocolate fountain. Phyllis looked great with the chocolate. Even with the chocolate, both of those ladies looked great. I'm sure there were a lot of happy gentlemen out there, because, a little chocolate fight, that was kind of hot. Sharon and Phyllis. I enjoyed it. And I don't know, I just feel like, Phyllis definitely has some legs to stand on. I'm liking Phyllis even more too for deciding to take Sharon on, and providing us with kind of a new way of looking at Sharon, because I think even up until now, I have seen Sharon as kind of the victim. That's always the way that she's been painted. And Phyllis, with her article and just the things she's been saying to people, is starting to shed a little bit of new light on that. Has Sharon had this dark side all along? Because, really, as hot as Adam and Sharon are, and as much as I thoroughly enjoyed it, it was the wrong moral decision for her to decide to stay with Adam. I mean, she is now completely on the outs with everyone in her life. I mean, really, like, Nick has disowned her, Noah has disowned her, and she's, deciding to spend this time with Adam rather than being with her newborn child. I mean, it is a poor decision on her part. I mean, when all of the hotness and newness of the Adam thing is said and done, and I enjoy that as much as anyone, really, the smart decision would have just been to stay with her family. And I mean, she's really, really deciding to go against the grain here. I mean, she even said it herself. She wants to fight. But I don't know. Her decision really is kind of makes you question everything that you know about Sharon up until this point. Maybe she is somebody different than we all thought she was, or maybe there's some of you out there that knew it all along. I don't know. I didn't. But I really like the new spin that this is giving it and that Phyllis is giving it. Although, I have to say, these voiceovers that Phyllis is doing, like, we're hearing Phyllis write her articles. And I don't know, I something about it just rubs me the wrong way. It's the delivery. I like a good narrative, and I think it's nice. It's a little bit of a different presentation style, but the way that Michelle Stafford is reading it, it just feels like a direct Desperate Housewives ripoff. If anybody has ever seen an episode of Desperate Housewives, it's the exact same type of narrative, and it just, something about it is rubbing me the wrong way. I think they did it like all of Tuesday's show, and it kind of ruined it for me. So I really, really wish that Michelle Stafford would just give it a different reading. I mean, that would make all of the difference in the world. I don't want to feel like I'm watching Desperate Housewives, but other than that, I really am. I'm still enjoying the Adam, Sharon, Phyllis, Nick storyline more than I really ever have, because it's kind of a new spin on the whole thing. Hey, by the way, we had to see a little bit of Malcolm and Phyllis hanging out this week, and I really enjoyed that. I still support new Malcolm. I think he's a cool guy. He's not Shamar Moore, but I like him, and back in the day, Phyllis and Malcolm had a really cool and interesting relationship, and I like the way their dialogue goes together. It's just Malcolm and Phyllis. We need more Malcolm and Phyllis. I think they're a really good, they have a really good friendship, and I would like to see more of that. What I would not like to see more of is Diane and Nick. Please tell me that they're not trying to pair Diane and Nick together. I like Diane's new hair. I think she looks really great. But I don't want to see Diane and Nick together. It's not right. It's just not right. Let Nick be single for a while. I like that. I like the way that Phyllis is playing this whole thing, because she really could be rubbing it all in Nick's face right now, and she's just not, and I like that. And Nick's not going whining back to her as much. I mean, I always enjoyed Nick and Phyllis together too, but I'm kind of tired of the Nick, Phyllis, Sharon triangle. And I feel better about Nick, Adam, Sharon. But I kind of feel like, why don't we let Nick be single for a while, or bring a new lady into the mix, for that matter. Hey, and speaking of new ladies, Chloe's photographer friend that was taking the pictures at the Christmas tree farm is hot. Yeah, I mean, bring her onto the show. I thought she had nice little style, and she was fun. And we also have the new lawyer. Hey, we got some new ladies in the mix. Why not bring someone else on for Nick? I mean, I know there are a lot of hardcore supporters for Nick's couplehood either way, but hey, I think it would be okay to mix it up. Wow, so it turns out that doing this audio vlog is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I honestly didn't think that I had 2 parts in me today, but I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna post a part 2 to follow this. So I hope you're enjoying it. This is kind of fun. I wish I could do I wish I could do this all the time. I've always wanted to do a podcast. It's just so relaxed. Like, I don't have to think about how I look. Not that I like worry about it too much or anything, but it's just like a different vibe when, it's just audio. It feels more relaxed to me. I don't know, do I seem more relaxed? I'm also kind of under the weather, but anyway, I'm gonna post a part 2 coming right up. So if you like this right now, you're gonna like what I have coming. Here we go.